Hello, hello. It's been a while. It's been a trillion years, hasn't it? I just wanted to pop in and pop on this here Saturday. The main reason for me popping on here and now is because I'm going to be doing a live phone interview with a radio station based in South Africa. Um, called Ledesi. I want to say Lesedi. That's it. Let me look because I want to make sure I get this right. I want to make sure that I execute this with precision. Lesedi. LesediFM. Right. Sawabona. Sanbonani. To everyone out there watching and tuning in, listening. I mean, look, if you're in South Africa right now and you're awake, because I know it's late there, it's about heading towards 10 p.m. at night. Here it's early, it's about 1-ish or nearing 1 p.m. where I am. So if you are in South Africa right now and you have access to Lesedi FM, tune in. It's going to be fun. And I mean, you'll get to hear the questions that they're asking me. If you're watching me, you get a visual, which helps, right? So, gather in if you're still awake. They're in Mzansi. What else did I want to say? Because it's been forever, hasn't it? As a lot of you may know, especially if you follow me on my social media, I'll be coming to South Africa very, very soon. I was invited to do the Spring Fiesta, so that's going to be super fun. I think I did the Fiesta for the very first time in I want to say 2014. I remember it was right back when I got back from Southeast Asia, because I did a stint in Southeast Asia for a while. And then my management team at the time let me know that Spring Fiesta wanted me there. And I believe it's 2014. I want to say 2013, but I think that's the time that I was still in Southeast Asia. And the beautiful and delicious Imani and my UK brothers, the layabouts, went out there, and I wasn't able to perform. But this 2014, I believe that's when I went. I also believe that 2014, or was it 2013, when I went to Durban and I did Live Amp, which was so fun. Um, so yeah, it's kind of like a return, like a South African return. And I love it because those of you who know, I love South Africa so much. I love the people, I love the energy, I love the vibes. I just love everything um, about South Africa. And, it's a vibe. For those of you who are watching me, definitely say something in the comments section. It's okay. You can say hello. You can say sawubona, right? Unjani. And then I'll say girapila. Did I say that right? I hope so. Giapila. Right? A little bit of isiZulu in there. So, just checking in. And perhaps what I'll do is I'll stay on live and you guys can hear me and see me when I do the interview with um, Lesedi FM, which should be fun, which happens in about a little less than 30 minutes. So, yeah, we're just here vibing. If you're in the comments, definitely say hello. Um, you know, yeah. I was trying to get on Instagram, but Instagram was asking all kinds of questions, and I'm like, I'm not that tech savvy. So there's that. So yeah, that was fun. And I'm being sarcastic when I say that was fun because it wasn't. I'm looking on Instagram right now. Oh my gosh, my lighting is very dim. I wonder if I can brighten it up somehow, some way. Because we're a little dimly lit, aren't we? I mean, as long as you can see me, that's all that really matters. So, yeah. All right, so we're live on X. And then let's see, are we live on Facebook? Queen Portia, I like the sound of that. Hey, honey. Welcome in, welcome in. And for those of you who are just tuning in, don't forget to like. Don't forget to send me some hearts, some stars. And, welcome in, welcome in. Oops. And yeah, I'm going to be here for a while because, as I've mentioned earlier, I have a 10 p.m. interview with LesediFM based in South Africa. And it should be fun. So, gather around, gather around. Our love is a star. I love that. I love that very, very much. Let's see. Why is my cat bothering me during this live right now? Please be quiet, cat. Please silence yourself. I'm busy. Thank you, cat. Can you guys see that? Coconut water. You have to stay hydrated and get your electrolytes. I mean, ideally, I would like the coconut water out of an actual coconut. But when you're in a modern world, you do modern things, and that's drinking coconut water out of a carton. Yay. For those of you who are new here, and plus I don't really post live often, if you are shocked by my accent, I am American. And I'm from the West Coast. So up west, we speak very proper, very precise, very clear for the most part. My roots are down south, so Louisiana, Shreveport, and the surrounding areas. But ultimately, I'm a West Coast girl living in a West Coast world. So if those of you who are new here, you're shocked, you're like, why does she sound like that? I'm from the West, baby. Yes, the West. So do you guys have any questions? I mean, while I'm here, why not? Don't just stare at me and be creepy. Like, talk to me in the comment section. That's what I'm here for. So let's chat. Any questions? Any vibes? Don't forget to like. Don't forget to send me some hearts. Do these show up automatically? Oh, that's how we do it. Beautiful. Hello, hello. Our love is a star. That's very poetic. Now that I read that back, it has a very poetic flair to it. And I like that. Free as I wanna be. I wanna be free. Ooh. No, I wanna be free. I wanna be free. Free. So yeah, LesediFM, they reached out to me recently because it's Women's Month. It's like we're the 30th, but it's Women's Month, and they reached out to me wanting to do a nice little cheeky interview. And I said, absolutely. I have the time, I have the space right now, so let's go. And here we are. So yeah, I wish I could get some more light in here. I probably should have put some lighting down there to kind of give a nice spotlight, but we're just going to work with what we have right now. I mean, that's all we can do right now, isn't it? Ooh, I have a question. And again, guys, if you're watching here, you have a question, tap in. Ask your questions. Of course, music and music only. And, or, you can ask some personal things. And if I don't want to answer them, then I won't. Here's a question. Can you do amapiano? I mean, I'm always open to different genres because, I started off doing R&B, pop music. I still do R&B, pop music. Transitioned into house music accidentally. I didn't even know when I was working with the layabouts and real people that I was doing house music. Because the house music that I remember back in my day is like CC, Peniston, um, like, the belters, the house singers, all that. So that was my vision of like house. So when I started working with the layabouts and real people music, I didn't really put two and two together that that was house. I just thought that it may have been like R&B dance music, like R&B dance. I don't know, maybe we can start that as a new genre. So wrote the tracks and they did well in South Africa. I was none the wiser until 2013, 2014 that I had such a huge fan base in South Africa, which was mind boggling and mind blowing. And it's just like, now the rest is history. So back to your question about amapiano, I'm always open to a vibe. I worked on tracks with Anati. I believe he's a rapper, a singer, a producer based in South Africa. We have a track that we did when I was in South Africa for a while called Everywhere You Go that we did back in 2016. And that's a bop. I listen to that track every day during my workouts. I also did some stuff with DJ Spoo, which has a nice, like, sexy tropical vibe to it. It wouldn't really be considered house, but it's a bop, it's a vibe. And I also have that on my workout playlist. That one's called Beautiful. I've also did something with Rabs Vafui on his album Nine Provinces. And to me, that's giving like Afro South African dance music, honey, and I'm all for it. So my point is this: I like to mix and mingle with all types of genres that I like because I make music that I like. I write music that I like. I perform music that I like. And yeah, I'm definitely open to it. If it makes sense, if the collaboration makes sense, if the vibes are vibing, I'm definitely down to do on a piano track. Why not? But again, I want to be clear that when I do collaborate with that South African artist, it's not intended for me to take over. It's not intended for me to do any of that. I'm just honored to be a part of the vibe, really. I'm happy to be a part of the vibe. So if someone's inviting me to vibe and I like the vibe, then we're gonna vibe, baby. We're gonna vibe. So yeah, in a roundabout way, absolutely. If it makes sense, if it's a vibe, then we vibe. I hope that answered your question, honey. Thank you for the question. I do all music. I'll do classical, I'll do opera if it's a bop. Like, let's go. That's me. And that could be down to, and some of you may not know about like astrology, but I'm gonna put you on real quick. I'm a Gemini, and I have a lot of Gemini placements. And Geminis are very versatile in what we do. So, me as a singer, a songwriter, performer, I'm going to tap into all the avenues that make me feel good. I'm going to tap into all the vibes that resonate with me. And if that happens to be Amapiano. If that happens to be jazz R&B, which is jazz R&B is a part of my lineage, right? Being Black American. If it happens to be soulful house is also a part of my lineage. If it happens to be Afro beats or Afro house, I'm open. I feel like music is supposed to be explored and experienced and discovered and enjoyed. I don't feel like music should be boxed in. I don't feel like music should be corrected or reprimanded. I don't feel like music should be competitive. I feel like you do your thing in your lane and you make it crack. And then I do my thing in my lane and I make it crack. And we make it crack together. That's me. I'm just like, let's vibe. Let's vibe, honey. That's it. And that's all. So, yeah, I hope that answers your question again. All right. Hey, Queen. Hey. Much love from South Africa. Much love, honey. Much love, much love. Grand Rising Goddess. Isaac, you got the right idea. That's how I like to be spoken to. Goddess? That's my middle name. Absolutely, yes. By the way, guys, I'm Isaac Saxon and I go way back. I mean, we go way, way back to when I was like, we were both young little whippersnappers, figuring the world out. So it's always nice to see you in the comments, honey. I trust you're well. I trust life is going your way. And granting to you too. Hey, Portia, I love you so much. How long will you be in South Africa? Um, I'm not sure yet. I mean, I figure I'd play it by ear, right? I figure I'd play it by ear. I mean, if it makes sense and if the vibes are vibing, then the vibes are vibing, honey. The vibes are vibing. Um, so yeah, I mean, we're playing that by ear. How long should I stay? Let me know in the comments section. How long do you guys want me to stay in South Africa? Let me hear it. Because you know me, I love South Africa, honey. The last time I stayed there, I didn't want to leave. I'm like, oh, this is my new home. America? What's that? South Africa's my home. Thank you. So don't threaten me with a good time, honey. I'll come and I will not come back with glee. I will stay my ass right in South Africa, honey, perched. Yes, I will. Mm. I do have another light here, but it's kind of clustered over here. Should I move it and then see if it gives me a nice spotlight? Ooh, guys, so I should be going live on LesediFM in about 10-15 minutes. We'll see what happens. So if you have access to a radio right now and you're in South Africa and you're awake, tune in to the juicy topics. I think I'm going to turn this on, and if it blasts, don't judge me. I am not tech savvy, so let's just, I'm scared. I'm scared to do it. Hold up. No, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to risk it for a biscuit. I'm not going to do that. We're just going to have the dark cave down there and then the spotlight here. It's not really evening out my look, though. It's kind of dark on this side and then highlighted on this side, and I don't like that. I want to look balanced. So it's making me look a little dim on that side, and I don't like that because I'm serious about my lighting. It needs to be on point, honey. Let's see. Ooh, that's a good question. I wonder, Siabonga. Is your name shortened for like Siabonga? What's your full name? Because you have Sia. Sia Shizi is the A and Let me know your full name so I can try to pronounce it. Working on my pronunciation. I like your question. What is your favorite song out of all your released tracks? Ooh. Hmm. I don't have a favorite song. I have a conglomerate of faves. I love all my songs for different reasons. Some of the songs are powerful and glorious. Some of the songs are sexy and sensual. Some of the songs are enlightening and growth provoking. So I like all of my songs for different reasons. Yeah, like I said before, I make music that I like to vibe to. I like music that I like to drive and listen to. I make the kind of music that I like to work out with. I'm just, I love my music. And I think that's why it translates very well to my audience and to my music lovers because I love my music. I make the music that I vibe to. I make the music that resonates with every part of me. And I feel like you guys feel that. You feel the energy through my music, and it's because I'm giving you my energy through my music, if that makes sense. So every track I touch, I love, right? I did a song back in, I believe it was 2016, with the rhythm sessions called Cure. And that track is a hidden treasure because in the lyrics and the way that the vocals are performed, even the music, and that's the way that I wrote the lyrics to the music, obviously, but there's a sensual depth to it that is just so delightful. And the lyrics are a vibe. So everything I touch, there are pieces of me in every track. And that's just the way it's gonna be forever. So yeah, to answer your question, I love all my tracks. They're all dope. Even the ones that I did back in 2009, right, with other dope producers, the finishers, Eloquent, like, and the list goes on. I love those just the same. I may not promote those as much because those tracks are for like a different audience. It's more so for my R&B audience, R&B pop. And right now, my audience is house, soulful house, deep house. So that's what I really cater to for the most part. But trust and believe, eventually I'll get back to promoting my R&B pop because it's a bop. You know, they're bops. So yeah. Miracle, it is too late in the evening for the nonsense. Miracle, I need you to behave yourself tonight. Thank you. Behave, Miracle. All right. Any other questions whilst I'm here? Let me know. My eye is watering. Okay. But we're intact, so we're good. All you want to do is get it right. Oh, that's cool. They have an option where it says show comments on stage, and I can click it like that. But it looks small though. Let me try something. I guess I'll keep that on, although the font looks really, really small. Do you all have any more questions? Ooh, do you guys want to hear a cool story behind this piece? I've had this piece since I want to say 2015, and that's around the time I like moved to South Africa. And I was dating this guy, and he bought me this pretty little necklace, and I've had it ever since. I mean, we didn't date for that long because, onwards and upwards. But yeah, he bought me this beautiful piece, and it's pretty, so I wear it. I mean, look, back when I was dating, when it comes to my dating life, and I rarely talk about my dating life because it's nobody's business, I like to keep that to myself. But since we're sharing, I don't have hard feelings, especially at this point in time, when it comes to like who I've dated in the past, whether it was long term, whether it was brief, because dating, it's just an experience. It's an experience on getting to know people, figuring out if you're compatible or not. And the cool thing about dating, and by dating, I don't mean sex. Let's be very clear, because they're two totally different things. Dating doesn't equate to intimacy, it doesn't equate to sex. Dating to me means getting to know someone on a personal level, getting to know their personality, vibing, seeing if you're compatible. If you are, great, it can escalate. If you're not compatible, then great, cut it off. No hard feelings. We've lived, we've learned, and now it's time to do better. That's dating for me. I don't feel like dating should be a situation where you're mad at a person because it didn't work out. It's like, thank them for leading you to your husband or your wife. Thank them for leading you to a relationship that is better for you. Thank them for leading you to someone you could be more compatible with. For me, I'm not going to be in a relationship with somebody that I'm not compatible with on all levels. Honey, I'm chucking the deuces real quick because compatibility is what really matters. Are we compatible? Do we like each other? Do we vibe? Do you support me in my, life journey? That's what it comes down to. It's not necessarily about sticking it out with people that you're just dating. I feel like when it gets to marriage, once you get to the point of marrying somebody, then yeah, right, there are some compromises that need to be had. But by the time you get to marriage, you've already worked out the kinks in your relationship. That's why dating is important. And I'm a little old school. I feel like when it comes to dating, keep sex and intimacy like as the last thing. It shouldn't be the first thing. Because you don't even know each other, but you're trying to connect genitals together? Like, no. So that's another thing that I've learned throughout my journey. Like, do we vibe even without that? Because then when that does happen, right, when the intimacy does come about, then it's even more magical, it's even more delicious, it's even more sensual and deep because you've already learned each other as friends, as, acquaintances first, acquaintances, friends, and then you like each other. So the sex part, the emotional generosity is the cherry on top, honey. It's not the full ice cream sundae. It's the cherry, right? That's how I look at it. So I'm not really a big fan of like casual link ups and hookups and stuff. And that's one thing that I've learned throughout my journey. Like it's empty, it feels nasty, and it feels like, why are you connecting body parts with people you don't even know? Right? Let me know in the comments if you agree. Now, like I said, I rarely talk about my personal life, but it's a rare and cheeky moment. So get in where you fit in, okay? With the questions. But yeah, that's how I feel. Hold up. Oh, I can share my referral. Oh, look at that. It's a nice little advertisement. New to streaming or looking for a level up? Check out StreamYard and get a $10 discount. Look at that. I just did a commercial for StreamYard. Cool. Exactly. I totally agree. Exactly, honey. I mean, I feel like it's just better that way. Getting to know people. Do you even like the person? Because just because there's sexual attraction doesn't mean you actually like the person, right? So that's not enough. Like, that's nice, but that's never enough. You want to make sure that, do we get along? Do we have the same type of moral compass? Do we want the same things in the future? Or should we just be friends? And that makes it easier to transition to friends because you haven't already popped the cherry. Like, things are still intact, so you can be friends and it'll be cool, you know? And segueing into that regarding like relationships and all that, I'll say this. Um, One thing that I've learned being in the music industry is that I don't recommend mixing business and pleasure. I don't recommend it. I don't feel like mixing business and pleasure is beneficial to anyone because things can get messy, things can get toxic real quick. And the interesting thing of how men tend to work, in my experience, once men have access to you, like sexually, they kind of inherently think they own you. That's just something in their brain that kind of flips like, yeah, I own her, she's mine, right? And so women have to be very, very careful because not all men, but a lot of men do tend to think like that. And then they try to cage you in like they own you, which no one can ever be owned. Let's be honest. Of course, when you're married, there's a respect between the union, but you don't own that person and they don't own you, right? So that's another thing that I've learned throughout my journey. Like, I don't recommend it. For some people, it could work, but I don't recommend mixing business and pleasure. I just think it kind of ruins that, you know? Luckily for me, I don't mix business and pleasure. I mean, once upon a time, early on in my career, maybe like 20 years ago, then perhaps. Maybe a little touch and go. But I didn't know better, you know? So, yeah, but I don't recommend mixing business and pleasure at all. Okay, so I think it's 10 o'clock there in South Africa, so we'll see. I'll stay on because I'm going to be here regardless. They're supposed to call me on the phone because obviously I'm not there to do an in-person interview. I'm here on the West Coast, but I'll be in Mzansi very, very soon. So then I'll be able to do, more interviews and things in person. And I prefer doing interviews in person. They're super fun. And you can feel the vibe of the people and just, vibe out. But I don't mind a phone interview either. You know. Do you guys have any questions while I'm here? Feel free to ask them. All right, give me a second. So you're talking from experience. I mean, it really depends. The business and pleasure, absolutely. 20 years ago, yeah, I did date a couple of people that I worked with back in those days. No one that you guys know, though, okay? So before the rumors start, no one that you know, no one that you've heard of. But back before I became popular in South Africa, like, yeah, absolutely. And it was fun. But I learned that those relationships could have been a lot better and more like healthier and growth oriented if we didn't do that, you know? So yeah. Huh. It's like they're trying to call me. Do they have the right number? Let me try one more time. My number is that. I'm in the US, so that may be the issue. Can she call me via WhatsApp? This is why I love WhatsApp. No confusion. Can she call via WhatsApp? Because sometimes when you're doing like long distance stuff, there's glitches, especially here in the United States, because there's a lot of things that are behind. I've noticed too that in South Africa, there's so many technologies that are so much more advanced compared to here in the Americas. In America, it's supposed to be like this big, like superpower, but I'm like, your technology is whack though. In South Africa, the technology is like light years, not all, but some of it, light years ahead of what's going on in the United States. So, cool. Let me have a couple of like pecans. I've been doing like intermittent fasting and I haven't quite had breakfast yet. So the pecans are my breakfast. Do you have a Mzansi name? No, not yet. Not yet. I'm not necessarily in a hurry for a name. I feel like that takes time. It takes time for people to really kind of get to know me on that level, don't you think? I don't know. If you were to choose, what would my name be? What would my South African name be? If the ball was in your court, what would you name me? Anybody can answer. Go for it. I like the name Miracle. I think that's pretty. Oh, I have to add her. Oh, my WhatsApp won't allow like unknown numbers, unknown contacts to contact me. That's why. Okay. Cool. And then sometimes I have my do not disturb on, but this time I turned it off. I don't like my phone pinging and ringing and stuff. It makes me anxious. So my phone's always like silent, except for today because I was expecting a call. I don't like my phone. Greetings. Can we chat via WhatsApp? My direct line is okay. Technical difficulties, but it's all right. It's a part of the game, isn't it? This is why I'm excited to get to know. Hello.
Hi, Portia.
Hi.
Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness.
Honey, before you say anything, let me know. I have you on a live. So, should I keep this discreet between you and I, this conversation, or is it okay for you to be talking to my South African fans right now?
No, it's perfect today.
Perfect.
It's fun. We can do that.
Excellent. How are you, honey? I'm glad we finally connected because, yeah.
Yeah. Okay, we are not currently on air. However, we are about to go on air any second from now because I've been like trying.
I know. I'm sorry. I'm sorry, honey.
Are you good? How are you?
Oh my gosh, I'm good. You know, I got a wild hair and I said maybe I should just go live on my social media so all of like my US people, all of my South African loves can just, listen in and also listen on the radio, right?
Yeah.
I know. It's it's
All right.
it's lit and I'm super excited. I want to thank you guys for inviting me for this because it's so nice.
It's a pleasure. It's a pleasure, my darling. It's a pleasure, my lady.
Thank you.
Just hold on for a sec, right?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Can you hear me?
I absolutely can.
Oh, perfect. Perfect.
Can you guys hear her? Let me know in the comments section if you can hear.
We just have few seconds. Okay.
Let me know, guys. I have an old iPhone, so it's a little... Can you guys hear her? Or nah? If you're in SA, you'll be able to turn on the radio, LesediFM, and listen in. But if you're in the Americas, it might be tricky. Matapelo will suit you. That's a beautiful name. What does it mean?
Hi, Portia. Can you still hear me?
Absolutely.
Okay.
What does matapelo mean?
Can you hear me?
Absolutely.
Portia?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. I can also hear you.
Okay, good.
So hear you perfectly. Perfect. Just hold on for a sec.
Take your time. Oh my gosh, her accent. I think she's speaking Sutu. Ah, beautiful. Beautiful language. Can you guys hear? Oh my gosh, she sounds so beautiful.
United States of America. Hi, Portia.
Hi, darling. Hello, hello. Sawubona. Sanbonani. Oh my gosh, I'm feeling so good. Thank you so much for having me, honey.
It's absolute pleasure. Oh my goodness. South Africa absolutely adores your voice. How does it feel knowing your sound has become a favorite here?
I will say that it is an absolute honor. It is an honor. And I'm just so grateful that South Africans love my voice. I mean, what more could I ask for? It's an honor.
What can you ask for exactly? Jobe, kwano Africa Borwa, America, ke di hora sa bo bone, mantsibuya, nama, ke di hora tse no he, ke ka bo sina, ita defense, bakeng sa Africa Borwa le America mo namo le teng. Portia, take us back to the beginning. How did your journey into music start? And what inspired you to pursue this soulful path?
Oh my goodness. So, going back to my humble roots, my humble beginning, I started singing. My mother tells me ever since I was 3, a 3-year-old girl looking at myself in the mirror and singing to myself and acting and all of these things. And my mother knew. She was like, I knew you were going to be trouble. I knew it. As soon as you started doing that, I knew it. So, yeah, it's just been a part of me. It's embedded in me. I was born with this gift. And because for me it comes easily, I just knew that it was important for me to cultivate this gift. Because I'm the kind of person, I like the path of least resistance. I don't like to do too much. I don't like to overexert my energy. And doing music comes naturally. Writing, singing, performing comes naturally. So I just stick to what I'm good at naturally. And it started, yeah, at 3. Mm-hmm. I know, right?
But anyway, mamas always knows best, right?
Uh-huh.
That's always they say. Mamas knows best all the time. Anyway, your voice has such a signature soulful, melodic, soothing feel, Portia. How did you develop this unique sound so over the years?
Oh my goodness. One thing that I did was when I turned about 16, I stopped listening to mainstream. I stopped listening to mainstream radio. I stopped listening to mainstream music. All the people that I loved and were inspired by, I even stopped listening to them. And I said, Portia, if you want to really make a name for yourself, you're going to have to stop listening to everyone else because it's going to water down your essence. And so then I just stopped. I said, okay, I need to be true to me and I need to create and cultivate my own style. And that's just what I did. So for anybody who's out there and they're inspired to sing, definitely try your best to take your craft seriously and not really be too influenced by other vocalists that you admire because you don't want to sound just like them. That's the thing that could really get people caught up. So, yeah.
You have such iconic tracks. Let's talk about some of your timeless tunes from Ecstasy. Ecstasy still gives us chills. Lady, please. What is your inspiration behind that track, though? What was the inspiration behind that track, Portia?
Oh, I think you know the inspiration behind that track, honey. Okay? Ecstasy, it's sexy, it's sensual, it's, it's invigorating. It's just a sexy song. And, I consider myself to be very sensual, a sensual goddess. And so that comes out in my music a lot. It's not only about heartbreak and disappointment, but it's also about connecting with your lover, connecting with your husband, connecting with your wife, and really taking it to the next level. So that's what ecstasy represents to me. Mm-hmm.
You've opened the labels featuring Portia Monique, Colors of Love is a classic on dance floor worldwide. I don't care who says what, but Colors of Love, yeah. Did you anticipate that level of global reception you opening that song?
You know what? No, I did not expect for the tracks that I did with the layabouts to blow up the way that they did. And mind you, I want to be clear, none of those tracks have music videos, even to this day, which is surprising because imagine the impact with music videos on top, right? So, yeah. So I did not expect for those tracks to do what they've done, but I'm definitely grateful that they did what they did.
From empty to colors of love. Now, do better. I mean, come on, Portia.
Mm.
Do better has such a powerful very profound and lyrically. What story were you telling through that song?
Colors of Love?
Do better.
Do better. Okay. Yeah, when I wrote that song, it was definitely um it was a purge of energy because Do Better is a heartbreak song. It's about someone giving their all and the energy is not being matched. So you're depleting, you're depleting, you're depleting your life force, your essence, and the other person's just not matching it. And you're just like, what am I doing this for? I can do better than this because how dare I give myself to you in this way and you act like it's nothing but
Yeah, yeah.
rocks, right? Not even gems, not even jewels. They're just rocks to you. And so that was an enlightening moment for me because that's something that I went through. I was a lot more naive, or when I went through that situation that inspired me to write that song, and I was just living and learning and growing, and I just poured it out on my paper, and it turned into a massive hit. And here we are today. The rest is history. Yeah.
Yeah, I can think people, a lot of women can relate to that song because when you listen to the song and you're like, oh my goodness, what am I doing here? Where I'm not appreciated, when I don't feel valued. I feel I can do better. So this song is a power song for us. I don't really necessarily want to say females or males, but it's a very powerful song in terms of being valued and appreciated in every relationship you are in.
Absolutely.
Anyway, let's talk about the inspirations, which artists or life experiences have shaped your artistry and your musical direction the most. Like, what's the influence?
Yeah, I would say this. Back in the times where I was allowing myself to be a bit more impressionable when it came to music, a lot of people that I listened to was Sade. Sade was a great inspiration and still is a great inspiration. I love her vibe. I
Yeah,
love her
yeah, yeah,
sensuality.
yeah. Very powerful.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, yeah.
Very powerful, very sensual, very classy, classic. Um, I love Brandy. Brandy to me is the vocal goddess that a lot of people are inspired by now. A lot of the music we hear today has a lot of inspiration from Brandy. I love Monica as well. I used to want to be Monica growing up. I looked up to her style and her energy. She's also tall. And so I was like, wow, she's tall like me and she's graceful and she's beautiful. And so she inspired me.
Yes,
Oh yeah.
man.
Oh yeah. I really, really
Oh,
also,
oh.
yes. Yes, honey. I enjoy a group, a duo called Zap Mama. They're an international group from different backgrounds, but I love their unique vibe, their unique energy. That really inspired me along my impressionable years. And there's so many others. Destiny's Child, Beyonce, like all of the greats that the world loves definitely inspired me as well. So yeah, and I'm sure there will be more, right? As time progresses, but those are like the
Yes,
key.
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. But tell me, when you are creating, I know we've touched a bit about that. When you are creating, what's the biggest source of inspiration in terms of is it personal stories, your everyday life, or something deeper? Sometimes somebody goes through something hectic, something extreme, or maybe heartbreak at some point, and then we have an absolute hit. But oh, wow, what's the biggest source? Is it personal stories or everyday life? So deeper. I mean,
That's a great question. A lot of my music just comes from either my life journey, and also downloads from my ancestors. So, like, for example, my song Ain't Scared of You that I did with real people, that was a download from my ancestors. And it just came,
what?
yeah. Oh yeah, I'm heavily on communing with my ancestors. Absolutely. I pay homage, I pay respect. I have altars for my ancestors because they're the reason I'm still here. They've paved the way for me to
Yeah,
be
so
here
true.
doing what I do. So a lot of my music comes from, inspiration from the past things that I've went through, my ancestors. And some of my other songs are co-written as well, right? The layabouts helped to write Colors of Love. My song Bring Me Joy that I did on their album Future Retro was actually co-written by a young lady. I forget her name because I met her briefly. But she wrote the
Okay.
first verse and the hook. And I just came in on the back end and I wrote the second part. And, yeah. So not a lot of my songs are co-written because for me, writing my songs and singing my songs, it's very intimate for me. I don't really prefer
Yeah.
other writers on songs that I sing just because it's an intimate experience for me, right? But every once in a while,
Mhm.
they'll slip in
Mhm.
there.
I like the fact that you are rooted and also grounded. The fact that you are always referring to your ancestors and the roles they playing in your life in terms of creativity and stuff. That's very impressive. Now, so the question. Hey, Portia, you have visited and performed in South Africa before. What are some of your most memorable moments here?
Oh my goodness. So, my most memorable, because I love performing in South Africa. The energy of the people is just delicious. It
Mm-hmm.
is warm. It is passionate. I love that. You can really feel the love of the people who love music, just good music, and especially for the soulful house crowd. I remember a performance that I had in Taung, which is definitely out of
Town in
Johannesburg.
the West.
Aha, in Taung, and that was so
What?
powerful. Yeah, that was such a powerful
Did you say
event.
Town?
Uh-huh.
Town is in Northwest. It's one of the provinces here in
Okay.
South Africa. We have 9 provinces.
Yes.
Town is in Northwest. So
Yes.
you've been in Town. My
Uh-huh.
goodness.
Oh my
Welcome,
gosh.
girl.
It was amazing. It was a nice drive too. I loved it, but
Wow.
the crowd was fun. The crowd was warm. I also remember a performance that I had in Durban. I forget exactly what the festival was, but that's when I fell in love with Durban because I love Johannesburg, I love Cape Town, and I love
Mhm.
Durban, but they're all for different reasons. Like I like Durban because it has that warm tropical energy. The Zulus are running it. You know what I mean? Like I love it.
I mean,
Girl, oh my gosh. Love,
yeah,
love, love
yes.
Durban. I love Cape Town because Cape Town is giving that coastal energy. You know what I mean? It gets windy, so you got to be careful. It gets windy out there. Make sure you wear a
Yeah,
long dress.
four
Wear a long
seasons in
dress.
one day, and it come on. Yeah.
Yes. And then
Well,
Johannesburg.
compared,
Yeah, go ahead,
yeah,
honey.
compared to other places around the world,
Mm,
compared to other places around the world,
mm.
South Africa particularly, how do
Oh,
you feel about the love, the energy you receive from South
this
Africans?
is what I'll say. The love and the energy that I receive from South Africans every time I'm there, even just doing regular day-to-day things, not necessarily just gigs. Oh my gosh, you
Mm-hmm.
can't compare. There's no place better. I mean, you cannot compare. I'm sorry. I'm in love.
I mean,
I'm in love.
I
That's
mean,
it.
other places can do better.
Mhm.
See what I did? See what I did? Other
Oh my
places can do
gosh. The way you did that, clever. Very, very clever, girl.
better.
Other
Yes.
places can do so much better.
Anyway,
South Africa is my home. I'm sorry.
yeah, true,
Not
true.
sorry.
Your fans are always eager for new music. What exciting projects or collaborations are on the horizon for Portia Monique at this point?
Well, there are a couple of things that I'm keeping hidden. Um, just hidden, tucked away ever so nicely regarding collaborations. But I'm always working
Mm-hmm.
on music. Always, always, always. Regarding collaborations, yeah,
Mm-hmm.
there's a few things that we have tucked away. I'll have to kind of keep you posted as we get closer and closer to the great reveal.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Also, visual performances we should look out for.
So, of course, I'm coming down for the amazing, fun, and delicious Spring Fiesta on October 4th.
Mm-hmm.
So, if you have your tickets, great. If you don't have your tickets, honey, get your tickets immediately. You don't want to miss this. I'll be there with the layabouts. Imani will be there. Like, it's going to be a family reunion, okay? Of course,
Oh,
tons of
you
other
know,
amazing
amazing.
artists. Yes, honey. It's going to be a reunion, okay? It's going to be a vibe. Um, on the
Exciting stuff.
Yes, I have some other things coming up as well. We're waiting on a few other things to flow through, but I will be in Klerksdorp. I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. Is that right? Klerksdorp?
Let's stop, yes.
Klerksdorp.
Let's stop. You are on the dot.
Clicks, yes. So I'll be there as well. The flyer for that will be coming out shortly, so stay tuned to my social media, honey. That's going to be a vibe as well, and there's a few more things coming on. So yeah, we'll keep you in the details.
If you could describe your journey in one word, what would it be and why?
My journey. Oh my gosh, that's a great question. As all of
In
your questions have
one
been great.
word. In one word.
All of your questions have been great, honey. You're good at what you do. Let me just say that real quick. And I also like your
I
bubbly.
appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah, I also like your bubbly
Oh my
personality, your
goodness.
warmth. Love, love, love it. Love it. Um, my journey has been a very interesting one. It has been, it's just been beautiful, right? It comes in layers. And that's the interesting thing that a lot of people need to understand, especially if
Yeah.
you're an artist interested in getting in the industry, especially independent, because I am an independent artist, that there are ebbs and flows, right? There are going to be ups and there are going to be downs, and there are going to be moments where you feel like nothing is happening, and then you're going to have those peaks where everything is happening. And it's just about flowing with the current, finding your balance,
Mm-hmm.
recalibrating when you need to recalibrate, and taking it one step at a time. That's all you can really do. And so that's what I've been doing throughout my journey, and it has helped me a lot. Also,
One
another thing I
step
want to
at a
say,
time.
another thing that I want to say to back
Mm-hmm.
end on that is that, again, for artists out there, even, other industries, no matter what industry you are, don't see it as a competitive field. See you as who you are. Keep those blinders on like the horses on the racetrack. Keep those blinders on and understand that you are the only you. There is no competition because you are you. There could be someone who sings the same genre. You show them love, you show them respect, and understand they are doing their thing. They are in their own lane, they are their own person. And you are doing your own thing as your own person. There's no competition. You are the only you, honey. So work it and
I
be the
like
best
that.
you. That's it. That's all.
Yeah. I like that. I really like that. I'm glad you said it. So I like that because we're constantly in competition. You can't even keep up at some point.
I just think it's a
But
waste of energy to
yeah,
compete. For what? There's no competition.
exactly.
You're the
You
only
might as
you.
well invest in your craft.
Yeah. Yeah.
Exactly. Oh my goodness,
Yeah.
Portia, it's been an absolute pleasure. It's been an honor to have you tonight on Party Time on LesediFM Station of the Year. Did I tell you this year we scooped a Station of the Year award? Did I tell you that?
Oh my gosh, congratulations.
So millions and millions of listeners are tuned in and they're super excited. And any things you'd like to share with your South African fans that are tuning in tonight?
Oh my gosh, for those of you who are in tonight, either here on my social media or on the radio with us, thank you so much for your love, your support. I love you all. I respect you all. And onwards and upwards from here, honey. I love South Africa. I love my South African house lovers. And yeah, onwards and upwards, babes. Onwards and upwards.
Onwards and upwards, Portia
Mm-hmm.
Monique on LesediFM
Yes.
on Party Time. Oh my goodness, Portia, have a good one.
Thank
Really
you so
enjoyed our
much.
conversation. I agree. Oh my goodness, have a good one, hey?
Thank you. Likewise. Thank you.
Thank you, my darling. Portia, I'm going to sing your song again, Lesedi. A me se sima mabedi le me se sa pele re kana ho renga ya le shebele go sele mo.
Just playing some of the
Oh
music.
my goodness, what a very soulful, bubbly, an exciting conversation we've had.
Oh my gosh, it's going to be so fun, my love. Thank you so much for doing what you do. You are amazing, upbeat, beautiful, and I hope to meet you when I come down.
Oh my goodness. Definitely. Most definitely. Thank you so much.
My absolute pleasure, honey. Is there anything else you need from me?
At this point, I feel like we've covered most of the most interesting, exciting parts. At
Yes.
this point, I need to enjoy the mashup that's made by one of the local DJs.
Mm-hmm.
We have the ecstasy, we have the Jupiter, we have a lot of your songs. So that's exactly what's playing at this moment.
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I like the mashup. I did take a listen to it. It's definitely really, really nice. Really nice. So definitely tell him thank you.
Oh my goodness, Portia, you are a sport. Thank you, my darling. Thank you so much.
Oh, you know what? One more thing. One of my loyal listeners asked me to ask you what the name Matapelo means. What does it mean?
Matapelo means prayer.
Prayer. Oh my God, that's so beautiful. They're trying to find me a South African name, so they gave me that one. Mm-hmm. I'm like, I don't think I have earned it yet, but thank you. I haven't earned a South African name yet. Not that I have to earn it, but you know.
But at this point, Matapelo is very, like, I like Matapelo.
It's beautiful. It's beautiful. It suits me, I think. Matapelo. I love that. I'm going to practice. Thank you, honey, again for your support, for your love, and have a wonderful evening.
From now on, I'm referring to you as Matapelo.
I love that.
Wherever we meet, wherever we talk,
Yes.
on the airways and stuff, you are Matapelo.
I love it. That's my South African name, Matapelo. That is so pretty. It's so sexy, too. Ooh. Love that.
Thank you.
Thank you, honey. Have a wonderful day. Thanks. Have a good evening. Bye.
Thank you. Good. Bye.
Bye. Oh my gosh, how fun was that? How sweet is she? Oh my gosh, I'm obsessed. I hope to meet her when I'm there. How sweet. Precious. So for those of you who tuned in, let me know in the comments section, were you able to listen in? I saw that someone put the link there. Thank you for that. I should have grabbed it and pinned it. So if you listened in, let me know. That was so fun. I love interviewing. It's so fun and such a vibe. I'm looking forward to doing more interviews when I touch down in Mzansi. So that's going to be really, really, really good. Just found out what Matapelo means. It means prayer. So someone wants to give me that name, and I feel like it suits me because I am a prayer. A beautiful prayer, darling. What a great interview. Thank you, honey. Thank you. Thank ya. Repost this stream. Oh, it's going to be reposted, honey. Don't you worry. All right, y'all. Well, look. If you have any questions, feel free to ask them. And I'm going to wrap this up. Thank you all for joining. Thank you all for vibing. For those of you who are watching the playback or even watching now, if you are interested in booking me, since I will be in South Africa soon, send me an email at info@PortiaMonique.com, and then I'll pass you over to my bookings team based in SA, and we'll go from there. Okay? So there is my email. And if you're interested in booking me for one of your events whilst I'm there, even if it's, interviews or whatever, contact me there and I'll pass you on to my team. And yeah, we'll go from there. And if you have any questions, definitely feel free to ask them here. A beautiful, sexy, smart, and kind-hearted prayer. Good night, Matapelo. Thank you, honey. Thank you so much for the compliment. Thank you for the riz. Love, love, love. Thank you. Thanks, Monique. My absolute pleasure. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for being here. It was my absolute treat. I know I rarely show up online. I'm just a very private person, so I kind of like to pop in every now and again. But when I do show up, it feels nice to show up. So thank you all for being here. For those of you who are still watching, please, please like, please share if you want to share. Leave a comment if you feel the desire to leave a comment. And yeah. How long have we been on? Oh, wow. 1 hour and 11 minutes. I'll stay on for a couple more seconds. Do you guys have any questions before I leave? Let me know. Standing at my window, watching as you leave. Mind is always racing. My heart is burning. This is how it's gonna be. Oh, our love was not meant to be. No, although it hurts deep. Gotta think about me. Free is all to be. Oh, I didn't even see these comments. Waiting for you at home, Spring Fiesta. South Africa is your second home, right? Absolutely. South Africa is my home. I mean, I don't care. It's my home. That's it. The thing I love about South Africa is just that there's this warmth. And like I said, even when I'm doing like my day-to-day, like when I'm shopping at Woolies or when I'm, at Clicks, Checkers, Deskim, or I'm at Tasha's, or I'm at, the Mall of Africa, just minding my business, getting my nails done at like Sorbet, right? Whenever I'm just doing regular things, there's this energy and there's this warmth that you just feel about South Africa that can't really be verbally explained or verbally expressed. It just feels warm. And I don't mean as in like heat or temperature. It's just the vibration of the people, right? Just really like chill people, good-hearted people who work hard, who focus on being better and doing better, who are supportive in their own way. And I love that. I also like that in South Africa, there's a sense of community. I feel like here in the United States, unfortunately, that's been lost a little bit. Like you can find pockets of community, but for the most part, collectively, there's no warmth here. Now, if you go to places down south, there's a warmth, right? And as I've said before, a lot of my ancestors are from the south, so I naturally carry a bit of warmth as well, even though, I'm third generation West Coast. But there's just this energy and this warmth that really cannot be verbally expressed that South Africa has. And it's just a warm feeling. The people are chill, and yeah, there's drama everywhere, right? But ultimately, the vibe in South Africa when I'm there, when I was last there at least, is an energy of warmth, an energy of vibes, right? And good vibes. And I love that. And this is why I really enjoy South Africa. And I'm excited to be back, to see familiar faces and to just be in the energy of genuine, warm people, you know? So I will be in Klerksdorp. I keep on saying that wrong. I keep on wanting to say Clerkshop. Is it Clerkshop or is it Klerksdorp? Should I not be pronouncing all of the words? The beautiful young lady on Party Time told me, and then it kind of just slipped out of my mind. So I'll be there October 5th. So if you're out there, come through. And I'll be posting the flyer about that very, very soon as well, so you guys can see exactly where it's going to be. Oh, excuse me. Why am I belchy? New comments. All right. Before you leave, can you please sing Grace for me? I'll sing a little piece, but I'll do it like a lower register. Feelings that I carry embedded deep inside, a desire to know you with nowhere left to hide. I don't know how to say it, I just know that I need it. I can feel when you surround me with your love, and it feels so good, good to know that you are real. It feels so good, good knowing you are out there. That's definitely a lower register because I'm saving my vocals for, you know, my events in South Africa. I don't want to blow the gasket. So there's a little warmed up version for you, honey. My absolute pleasure. All right, y'all. I guess I'll get up out of here then. Do you guys have any other questions? You are the one. All right, y'all. Let me get out of here. It's now an hour and 17 minutes. So, yeah. I guess I'll get up out of here. All right, y'all. Thank you so much for tuning in. Such short notice, but you're here. For those of you who watch the playback, don't forget to like, don't forget to comment, and show your love. I hope you guys enjoyed the interview that I recently had with LesediFM with the beautiful host, and I'll be seeing you soon, Mzansi, and it'll be fun. So yeah, thank you so much. I love it. My absolute pleasure, honey. Thank you for tuning in, and I will see you all soon. Thank you.